Hi everyone. I just want to introduce myself and my new channel. It's called ADHD Squirrel. I thought I'd come on here and just tell you a little bit about me and my background and how I'm dealing with my ADHD, very recent ADHD diagnosis. I'm 52 years old and I've only just found out last year, the end of last year, that I may have ADHD. Obviously, I've been diagnosed since, but I wanted to tell you a bit more about my ADHD journey and share it with you. See if it resonates with you. I don't know. So how did I find out that I had ADHD? And I know I say a lot, so I'm going to have to fix that. So I was in and out of jobs constantly. People were taking advantage of me. I was not able to focus on what people were even telling me when I was in those jobs. So I was having so much trouble focusing, perceiving that people were bullying me all the time. I actually think they were, but look, it's a perception that perhaps they were bullying me. I was not coping at home. I was feeling completely overwhelmed with everything. So I'd only need one or two things to happen and I was so overwhelmed. And I couldn't handle it. I'd be in bed most of the day. I was so tired all the time. And I was even talking to my doctor so often. Like I'd be in and out of the doctor's surgery like so many times during the years, and he was just saying to me things like, it could be anything. You could be stressed, you could be menopausal, you could be like I've had previous PTSD leaving because I was an ex-police officer, so I left with PTSD. So it could be any number of those, but the one thing he did not mention was that I had ADHD because I was feeling so out of control in my life. It was only when my last job did not work out, they sent me to a work counsellor who first mentioned that I may have ADHD. Then they sent me to a clinical psychologist who again mentioned I may have ADHD. That like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was 52. And I thought back of all the times that I could be, have this neurological condition. Just me being so out of touch with reality sometimes, feeling like I'm not part of it, feeling like I'm just out of touch completely with the world. I'm single, so it was something that I feel like never been able to get on that wavelength of being with a partner. So it's just, I don't know. And also the other thing I did do was I looked up YouTube, and once they said I had ADHD, I looked it up and oh my God, I had it. Absolutely every single thing that people on those channels were saying, I had it. So because I felt so scattered. I was unable to focus on anything. I was unable to read a book. Like most of my life, I've not been able to read books. I'd get bored with just a sentence and I would reread it and not take it in. And yeah, most of the time I just felt like I was out of control in life and just a bit crazy. So I know so many people out there are feeling exactly the same way. And obviously I recommend you tell a doctor if that's how you feel, and hope that your doctor sees the symptoms, because mine sadly didn't. He was just focusing more on the PTSD and my menopause and all of that stuff, and thought that I was just maybe out of control because of those reasons. I don't know. So anyway, why am I naming this channel ADHD Squirrel? Squirrel, squirrel. Because I can be so easily distracted, and I just believe that's, I mean, it's a funny thing, but that's how I sometimes think of myself. I'm in a group of people and I can be talking and all of a sudden something will happen and I will just lose track completely and go off on a tangent. And I'm a bit like, I'm a roundabout person, so it's sort of like I'll start talking about something and then I'll go off on a tangent and then I'll come back to it and then I'll start again and then I'll go off on a tangent. And some of my friends can keep up with me because they knew me, but it just, I think it drove a lot of my friends crazy, to tell you the truth. So anyway, because squirrels are also energetic and they're curious and they're a little unpredictable, plus they love their sleep, so that's me. And that was another thing. I used to sleep constantly because I was overwhelmed. It wasn't just sleeping, it was not able to do a single thing. So yeah, so that's one thing. But I just wanted to emphasize the positive side of this channel also. I want to find joy in small things that bring me happiness. So that's something that I often do. You know, I really like the simple things, complete simple things like chocolate, coffee, and a hug. So yeah, so my channel will cover most of my personal stories, my tips and my tricks of what's been happening and how I can, how I've been using my medication to get more out of my life. And also the everyday realities of how I've been living with this up until I even knew I had ADHD. Also want to share to you how I've been trying to improve myself over this time. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Maybe ask me some questions or make some comments, or you know, feel free, but please be kind to me. It's my first ever video, first one. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If anything resonated, is that the right word? Resonates with you from my video, please let me know. And I'm going to have to stop saying so much. I'd love you to subscribe so at least I know that you're interested in what I say. So bye for now. Squirrel!